good
I didn't
morning.
like that shit. Cut it out.
Welcome. Donna will introduce us in a minute. We're live.
We are
We are
absolutely,
live. YouTube,
positively
Facebook,
fucking
Instagram, Grindr, Christian Mingle. We all
Grindr. Let's get on Tinder too. You might find my old nigga. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go today.
Bingo.
So you always started. Don't do that.
Hey y'all, good
There it
morning. Welcome to It's Her in the building. We got the lady, Miss
I would like to be called the Waist Beat Revolutionist today. Hello,
the
everybody.
Waist Beat Revolutionist, Miss Donna. We got the astrologist of all astrology, Miss Buddha.
I'll take that.
And introducing
How many titles? How many
the
titles?
teeth,
How many
the
titles?
hug,
How many fucking
the
titles?
alpha introvert.
Omega.
We got the nigga Kenny in the building.
Life cultivator. Let's keep it simple.
The life cultivator in the building.
Damn.
That's what we gonna call it.
Cultivation.
Yeah, I ain't
That's
coach.
deep.
Wow.
That's deep. Kenny, ladies,
Yeah.
you know what? It is a camera right directly in Donna's face, and we cannot have that.
Oh, can I slide her over?
No, ma'am.
Oh, that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, my fearless leader. We appreciate
And we
it.
should be good in just a second. So here's the thing. Today, I don't know what's going on Instagram,
Oh my God, Booty, you got the book.
but it's not popping. Did somebody go strike on my lives? Somebody just say, we not tuning in her? That's just my energy.
Yeah,
All
right.
so
They'll be here. They'll be here. Cut it out.
So here's the thing.
Cut it out.
Topics today are all lined up. We already got the conversations together. But as we know, when you are doing live and you have real life topics, real life issues come up, so the shit tends to get altered a little bit. Got a call this morning from a young lady. Went
Let's
out
do it.
for drinks
Let's do it.
yesterday. You know, anniversary of her parents' death. She just going through it.
Oh, my condolences.
You know me, I'm always being fucking helpful. I need to stop. But anyway, on a different note, I swing past there, you know, holler at her. Then somebody who is like a cousin to her. They was raised together. Parents had them a month apart, so the two of them are very close.
Sure.
He came through to get her drinks and do the same thing.
Masculine energy, sure.
She walking around the spot. She in there. She coming back to her seat. When she on her way back to her seat, she see him putting something in her drink.
Her cousin?
So she thinking, a cousin, so she get over there like, yo, what are you doing? This Negro was spiking her freaking drink. So she like, what is going on? He was like, yo, no, you good. This is good for you, yo. Just go ahead and drink it. You're going to be good.
What the fuck?
So
Give
she
it to
like,
your mother.
She like, no, fuck no. Why? Like, she wilding out. Yo grabs her up. Like, come on, yo, we going. We leaving. It took the bartenders, everybody to come over and diffuse the information. She got bruised up in the process, her knees and shit.
This is
like,
her cousin?
This is her cousin. Well, cousin. Like parents raise the children close.
Oh, this not.
Listen.
No, tell me that wasn't crazy.
No, that's
And
wild
she's
as
like
shit.
in a
Yeah,
focus.
So I guess we'll be dissecting this issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean.
Big Tone in the house. I don't know,
Mhm.
Tone, what's happening with my lives? I don't know.
I'm feeling like
Son, it was supposed to be an invasion.
what they was
Lazy
trying
ass.
like kidnap the bitch? Like what's going on? You know what I mean?
Oh, this was great drug and
Trying
fuck up, bro.
something, selling the sex trafficking. Like what was your motive, bro?
I don't know. I don't even
Wait,
know.
all right, let's weigh in.
Let's
Let's just weigh in. How do you feel about it, Mr. Ronnie?
I don't think so. For my advice to her when she called this morning was like, all right, so because you know I got my own shit going on, so I don't have time to filter through stuff. But I let her get the whole story out. My first thing is, what did you learn from this? What did you get out of this? And why do you think God allowed you to see him putting it in there? Because it don't take but a second. So he could have put it in there, but why were you allowed to see it happen? So now you gotta reevaluate you. Everybody who you feel like to play sister, they love you to death that mistreated you. To play cousin that's about to fucking date rape you, like it's time for you to focus up. You drinking too much, you in the public drinking too much.
Come on.
It's something about you
Come on.
that need to focus up.
Come
like,
on.
yeah, the nigga was dirty, there's no doubt about that, and karma comes back, the real deal. But what I'm saying, as for her, what you get out of this? And I couldn't let her off of her. Now I know she was emotional, she had been up all night and she was crying, but don't come to me unless you want the real. That's why I can only deal with my shit in a real way. Because I'm asking her, well, what you get out of this?
I love it. Okay,
So that
so
was my
if you were in
opinion.
her position, what would you have got out of it? If you were in her position, what would you have got
If
out
I
of
was in her position, knowing everything she got going
it?
on,
Sure.
I think what I would have got was like, wow, God want me to focus up.
Okay.
It's time for me to focus up
I'll
and
take
watch
it.
what I'm doing. It's time for me to stop drinking so much. It's time for me to figure out what.
What's going on with my
And
circle?
all of these
No, what
yes,
the fuck
it's
is
like you
going
got
on with my
your
circle?
best friend that's
Yeah.
that's doing you bad, and she like bizarre about that. The play sister that's treating you bad, she messed up about that, and now the cousin, your fucking circle, you need to get out of. Like I'm telling her, like your bubble is not even. It's all toxic. You inside of a bubble that got green smoke around you. You don't see that shit?
Maybe she smoked green smoke, and just when she called you, she wanted to act like she ain't know shit. Now I don't mean to jump in.
Good morning.
I don't mean to jump in, but I want to say this. I need everybody who's with everybody to play cousins, and everybody, man, you need that nigga was trying to fuck. That nigga been trying to fuck. How we gonna sit up here and act like, come on, let's really let him know to that nigga? Don't know. No, that happened. Bullshit. That's what she told you. A motherfucker keep a lot of secrets. You need to tell me that when you go into your time of grief, not saying that you shouldn't reach out to your family. We all need that masculine energy. I say this all the time, ladies. You must be very careful about the masculine energy you allow in your life because it will balance you out, but you'll end up uneven. He was not the one. He never been the one. Maybe he hit a few times. Okay, that's your play cousin. Niggas play like that in Baltimore all the time. That's my brother. But girl, you sucking his dick. That's not your brother.
So apparently, here's the thing. Apparently, it must have happened prior because everybody call her sister crazy. His twin sister. Everybody call her crazy. So one day they had a function and she was there and she was drunk. See, this is the thing. You drink too heavy in the wrong location.
I'm gonna wait for
But anyway, so she was like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and take her home, make sure she good. And the sister like reacted like, no, I'll make sure she okay. Even if she had to spend a night with me, I'm gonna make sure she okay.
She
no,
knew.
she don't need you to
She
go.
knew what it
I
was.
said, so this nigga's a date raper. He done raped the sister too. That's why the sister reacting like she did. How many fucking people has this nigga raped prior to getting ready to?
These are all hypotheticals, but we got to swing it. So Buddha, your take.
Hey, Big Tom. You say you on your way? Hey, little mama.
I just was like,
The studio
I feel
about
like
to be
the
jumping,
custody
shorty,
was
jumping.
For me, like it's just a trust thing. Like, and to me, I feel like sometimes people don't navigate themselves properly or in a healthy way out of being a victim to a circumstance. So when you sit in that stinking ass energy, that's what you're gonna keep attracting.
That's what you gonna get.
That's her third.
So basically, she getting what I hand called
Yeah.
for.
So now that's her third, and now she got you her fourth to pull her out of her shit. God bless you.
There you go. What you say, Kenny?
All right, let's go. Masculine energy in the room. Let's go.
See, loved ones and friends don't call me with this bullshit because they already know what I'm gonna give.
What you gonna get them?
You ain't see this before. You've never seen no.
So you holding them accountable.
Yeah, you gotta take responsibility for you. What kind of energy you putting off to get yourself in these situations?
Now, what you get out of it?
I don't get in these situations. And there's other people who don't. Like, you stay in this bubble. So, what we talking about here?
Fuck is you talking about?
That was a
In
real
Baltimore
short
terms, fuck is you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't even have nothing else to say
And
about
Kenny,
it.
that was my thing. I didn't say it so bluntly, but I was like, now tell me what you got out of it. I hear everything that happened, but now you sit back and analyze it and tell me what you got.
Everybody want pity party. They want pity party because they looking for somebody to say it's all right. No, it wasn't all right. You fucked up. Now fix it.
I don't smoke no more. Love you, Jay.
Is that their name? I don't smoke no more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so tough. All right, so let me give my spiritual aspect on everything. All right, so spirits equal spirit. Now let me tell y'all, motherfucker, what's really going on. So it's certain spirits that you take, meaning liquor, that will take you out of your normal element, and it will drastically change your vibration. Now during these, like again, every emotional has a vibrational frequency. So automatically she was grieving. Now grief is like it's like a self-deprecation, and then there's grief. It's right above it. You're vibrating extremely low when you're going through your grief phase, which means you have to be careful because you're extremely vulnerable. Any vampiric energy that you had in your circle when you are grieving, they came to feast. So all I'm saying is this: for everybody in the room, we could do
What did she know? Did she not know? You might not. The hypotheticals we could go on for days. But what I want to tell you is, for everybody, when you are grieving, you are at a very low vibrational frequency. So when you're grieving, don't drink. Because what happens is you allow other spirits to jump in you. That's how niggas get fucked up and don't know where they was.
That's why drinks is called spirits.
That's why, thank you. You get fucked up.
Again, Kenny,
there it is.
That's why drinks are called spirits.
So when you grieving, make sure your circle is tighter than fish pussy, and you only fuck with the people that you can actually trust, like Buddha said. Because if not, the vampires are coming. They're coming.
Let me say this, this something else too, man. When you wake up in the morning, and this something I knew.
Good morning.
This something I knew, but Buddha put this on, man. I've been thinking about this egg since she said it. When you wake up in the morning, you gotta watch what you self-think. Cause you will sabotage your day with spelling words.
Self-saboteur.
The spelling words, man. You gotta watch what you're saying, because words have power.
Absolutely.
And you're not just saying them. You'll fuck your whole day up by saying the wrong words. That's it's really it's crazy. You will.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, you gotta speak things into existence. I have been trying all day to like get my head back in the game. Like everybody always say, Rinka, you went through all that stuff. You never got therapy. No, but in my own counseling of my own mind, I know what it takes. I know what it takes. I know how to fall back. I know when to fall back. Like now, I know what I need in this space. And like, kind of like what you and Kenny was just saying, you speak the bullshit into existence. You get up and,
you know what he knows for. You walk it on. Y'all know it's not going on.
When you connect, it's you gonna be ready to the proof that you need. Period. It's like, I mean, to me, everything is, everything, everybody use whatever they use to get closer, alright? But my thing is like, if I live next door to Jeff Bezos all my life, why am I starting a warehouse? I know him. I don't need no in between.
right.
So, you know,
Go right at it.
go right at him. We raps.
You on your sauce, you say, huh?
Morning, y'all.
Love it. Love it.
So I just needed to bring that up.
You needed to.
That.
No,
and I told her that I would to get y'all input on it.
First off, you solid. So if you tell a nigga you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it.
Just
Secondly, you sometimes you have to hear different perspectives in order to really get a good idea of what's going on, because you get stuck in your head, and your head got a lot of self-saboteur energy and all those things. But sis, we all love you. We weighed in. Take it for what it's worth and grow, because that's what it's all about.
That's what I wanted.
It's about growth.
I wanted her to get what everybody had to say. Next thing. What's the next one?
Let's roll. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I should save this for the last, because I have really good memory. But let's talk about status. Let's talk about status in the black community. Let's talk about how where you feel like you land is how you treat others, possibly. And the reason why we're talking about status is because based on what we found out, actually what was obviously showed to us by the Balenciaga advertisement, was that I have horrible intentions. But I would like to sell something to you. I would like to gather your energy. This is what it is. So, is everybody aware in the room what happened with Balenciaga?
I've heard it.
Yeah,
Okay, we're all aware. Inappropriate advertisement. Okay. Let's start easy. Do you own Balenciaga?
Okay, who do you own Balenciaga? Kenny? Okay, I had one pair of Balenciaga slides. You know, certain amount we gave it. So it was only for something. I really honestly felt like at that time I had been betrayed. So being so, you know, support Balenciaga.
And I respect that. So how do you feel about the pedophilic energy? How do you feel about that being in? If we gonna talk, we just talked about spirits. We might as well get it in. How do you feel?
It's sickening. First off, bring her up for a pedophile.
What is she advertising?
What is she advertising? She's fantasizing how she can get
Absolutely.
down sexually, and she a baby.
Absolutely.
When you put these tight jeans on your 8 year old and put her hand in a rack with a pot, and you like, ah, that's my look at my baby. She's shitting. No, you're setting her up for the man down the street that already was looking at her like she a big girl.
Mm.
I think a lot of people bring pedophilia into their own space. Like me with
Ooh.
the Balenciaga thing, I didn't see whatever it was that they did. All I had to do was hear about it and it was enough.
That was it.
I don't even
I
mention it.
love
I
that.
don't talk about it. When I see people say it, I scroll right by it.
I love
Because
it.
for me, I can't,
Wow.
I don't like, I've been working in mental health with young people
Let's
for
go.
probably like 19 years. And I don't allow certain things
Mm.
in my space because mentally I'll process that. I don't want to process what
You don't want to
did.
take that
There
home.
was wrong, but I'm also not going to process the mother who daughter can drop it like it's hot. It ain't cute.
You know what?
Love it.
I think we need to spend more time teaching our kids to be individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And cultivating their individuality, and then they don't land in shit like this. Everybody want to be a part of something because
What's the
Mm.
something
society
after?
says you
Mm.
have to be a part of something.
Mm.
You don't. I hate groups. I hate followings because in every group, every individual feels a different way, but you got this one focus of the group. That's not possible. That's why it falls apart.
The mob mentality.
You know what I'm saying? If do you understand how powerful it would be if everybody just stood on some individual shit?
Some individual.
Way less
Fuck
control
with
from
everybody
everything.
telling you how you supposed to be, and that's what causes you stress and depression. You trying to do everything that they say you don't. You
Meet the
supposed
mindset
to
of
do.
everybody else.
Mm.
And
You
just
know,
do what feel good to you. If that shit ain't right, don't go over there.
that's it, and it's so crazy. It's really easy to get pulled in if you're not focused.
Mm.
I'm a person who always would pride myself on focus. Like I'm always, let me do this. I'm tunnel vision on everything. And then lately, the last couple of months, I'll get, well, probably a month, a couple of weeks, probably I'll overreact. But I felt off focus.
Mm.
And I was like trying to get my mind right all day. I got the shades on, I got the black
The
on. I'm
blinders.
trying to get myself back focused. And I
Mm.
couldn't. And Donna came in today and was like, what's that thing you say all the time? Like,
Mm.
still playing cards. I'm not even I hear her, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
focusing on the computer. I'm da 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 da. And Donna was like, "What's that thing you say all the time?" And I was like, "What?" She said, "He couldn't meet the capacity of you.
That part.
You are what did she call me? Whatever she called me." Nettie texted me and said the same thing. And I was like, "Wow!"
Universe
Y'all
don't
both
miss.
text the same thing at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
I had to look at me, like Kenny said, being an individual. I had to look at V. This is you.
Right.
This is you.
Authentic self, if you
Yeah.
will.
Your authentic self sitting here in an office.
You know
Yours.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You know
Bounce
my
I gotta
energy.
applaud you, Kennedy, and Kenny. I'm so sorry. We gotta allow Buddha to jump in. Buddha, you need to weigh in because
Yes.
No.
that's what we doing
So
right
quick, Big
now.
Tone said growth
Mhm.
is key. Nikki, thanks for
Let's
joining.
go, my spiritual goddess.
I
What do
just
we
feel
have?
Alright, so, alright, this is the thing. So, I'm gonna go down today, and so I'm advocating for right? Now,
it's it's about fairness in society, regardless of your own morale.
Mm.
Period.
Mm.
If you have laws in the land, right?
Right.
Now, as fucked up as it is, you should not want to have your children looking at shit that is not good for their soul and their soul growth. You know,
Right.
the thing is, you could train a child up to do exactly what you think they should do.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't mean they not going,
Oh,
do what
Jeffrey,
they want to do.
Jeffrey Dahmer's parents are
And
very
then-
upset right now.
So what you said, Kenny, about the cultivation, look what the final words say, cults. It's cultish.
Oh,
Anything you put together can be cultish. So if we drinking fucking Snapples on Thursdays,
Mm-hmm.
that's what we doing. And that's some cultish shit. That could
mhm.
lead to other people drinking Snapples on
There it
Thursdays.
is, collective
Just,
consciousness.
just whatever.
Absolutely.
The thing is this: if you just teach your kids how to be in tune with themselves, like you said, and let them decide what's best for them, they freedom because you can't control nobody but your fucking self.
Love it.
So don't support motherfuckers that you don't
Hey,
agree
Omega
with.
West, good morning.
I love it. Thank you, Buddha.
Kenny was about to say.
Yeah, Kenny, jump in.
Saying and don't panic. Like sometimes with your kid might be on some old wild ass shit, and you might your first instinct might be like, what are you thinking about? But no, chill. If you had to,
that's very important.
Walk away from the situation and then come back. And then you sit down and get to know what it is that they going, because they gonna do it with or without you.
They gonna do it.
So you might as well be in tune
so you can have a hand in it.
with whatever it is.
Yeah.
Learn as much, ask questions.
Yeah, you gotta understand. You gotta learn to understand people fucking dark side. See, that's the thing that make you compatible with people in any realm. I can tolerate their bullshit, or no, their bullshit's gonna land me in jail or them dead. You know, like pick and choose your fucking battle.
Like I know people always say, well, because your children's being their own person.
And for me, I was raised a certain type of way. Did I do everything on my family list? No, but as adults.
My mother was murdered when I was in my 20s. So life for me kicked in right there. And every fucking thing that I was taught came to fruition.
Yeah.
Oh, do this, do that, do that. You know these motherfuckers.
Had the right training.
You know these bitches. Don't go over there, Veronica. You already know. You know how to humble yourself. You know where you need to be. You know how to set yourself up. And we all lose a little footing. But when it comes to psychotic shit, pedophilia, date rape, fucking
those are the topics for
these
today.
fucking play cousins and play sisters. Like I've never been a person that be like, but that's my sister, but it ain't my sister. I never could do it. Like you have people who friends and they be like, that's my mother.
Sure.
Hey ma, I could never be the one who say any of that. Now, like even as for me, Twin and I, we have been friends since I was 5. Since we were 5, our birthday is a day apart. But and we always say, this is my twin. This is my twin. This is my twin, and it holds value right there. But you can't connect yourself with everybody just because you know them for a long time.
Yeah, you're right.
Can I jump in on the topic, please?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cover everything really quick. So for me, Balenciaga, there is, for everybody who's unaware, there's a collective conscious movement going on.
So we only gonna say that name that one time. No
Thank
more.
you, and thank you for catching me. We stand on the shoulders of people who stood on the shoulders. So here we are. Here we are, a conscious nation, because there were members of our ancestry that were strong enough to dispel some of that Western programming, and which in turn it allowed us to be conscious and proactive and all of those things. So thank you, ancestors. We're gonna do that while we in the room, because this the nigga that make the ancestral cakes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This the nigga that make
I'm gonna go out midway to show. There's a pie in the back.
the ancestral
Sweet
cakes,
potato
pies,
pie.
whatever the fuck that is. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. Don't never sleep.
And real quick, right? She got had me a sec. Well, let me say this real quick, Buddha. The crust is snickerdoodle cookie.
Yeah, yo.
That he made.
But that was
And
the
that's
whole
sneaky.
surprise shit. I was like, Kenny, can you make this kind of?
So I was like,
Almost date rape.
I'm gonna cut the pieces out. I'm gonna cut it up once we get
Almost date
built
rape.
in. So keep going and then I'll do that.
Oh no, you absolutely
real quick,
good.
can I read a comment from over there?
Sure, take it.
Rodney Pins on Instagram said, this is where society has us all messed up. They teach people of color groupthink and whites individual. They teach us to think in groups, but teach them individuality is what he's saying. This is why our mental health issues are so repaired.
I love it.
Us wearing fat tennis. That shit don't look
I love
good.
it.
Fat tennis,
I love
you
it.
not.
Only on Run DMC.
Only
on Run
They
DMC.
didn't even put it out there wasn't them kids doing
I feel like it was a move back then.
Knee problems. I know they heavy. You try and look sexy and walk with them fat ass. They would look like they weigh 5 pounds.
All right, I'm gonna get it out. So the collective conscious movement has us, and the whole entire world being able to reveal thyself. The one thing about being conscious is being able to see beyond the matrix, beyond see beyond the veil.
Yes.
You have to be able to see. So right now, I actually just appreciate the energy that allowed these dumb motherfuckers to make this advertisement so we could see you for what the fuck you was. So shout out to the conscious movement, changing things based off of energy. Our energy says, show me all the niggas that's coming for me. Because that's manifesting. You said, what? I want to know what the fuck it is going on. I want to know what's this. So you say, I want to see things that aren't good for me and they pop up. So shout out to y'all. All right. So, and in terms of individuality, I feel like that's also a great place to start and teach your children. But at the end of the day, here we go again on my conscious head. In the conscious community, we know, in fact, that children pick their parents. Yeah. Children also pick their names. So, thank you for picking me, niggas, because I know y'all won.
Yo, one of them even picked me and came out another bitch vagina. And I'm so pleased.
Right, in the conscious community, we understand our children pick their parents, they pick their name, and they actually pick the era that they were born in. So, shout out to everybody sitting at the table because we chose not to be born in slavery. Yeah. Can we get into it?
Amen.
Can we
back into it?
Can we get into it? So, yeah, or back into it, and that's another topic for another day. But all I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, karmic retribution, karmic energy, soul contracts means when your kids, whoever the fuck came back and touched down, that they had a mission to complete. If they don't complete that mission, they ain't got nothing to do with us or them. It just meant that they did not get to grab the pole and slide down like King Cooper and make it to the next level. So, with all that being said, like, we gonna try our best to keep our kids
informed, but at the end of the day, there is a choice. They choose, so they choose whatever they want to do. So I hope they choose right, and if not,
you're coming the fuck back.
Just God.
I'm gonna be an ancestor. I'm not coming back. So
like
I mean,
bowling alley pads. Just
I'll be on the line if I want to come back or not.
I ain't coming back. And if I come back, I'm gonna be a nigga. If I come back as a girl, I'm aborting mission. I'm aborting mission. All right, so now that we have talked about all of that, we talked about this was spicy, so we got to do it.
What's up?
Drugs and relationships.
Oh.
We wanted to talk about it. How do you feel about dealing with somebody who has a serious addiction? I'm not talking cigarettes, and I'm not no real shit. Why we gotta laugh at it? It's real. We live in Baltimore. We live in Baltimore. No, I heard a story.
I was ready to say like perk addiction, or talking about like coke,
coke, crack, whatever. I mean, now I'm not gonna say how I know, but I'm just gonna speak on what I'm not gonna say how I know because I don't want to put myself out there. But up the road, up Jessup, okay, there is a huge issue because when they get hemmed up, the young boys is already strung out. The young boys is already strung out. Repeat, the young niggas is already strung out. And I was like, how the fuck are you young as fuck, meaning in your 20s, on hard drugs? So here's the ladder of that. Them niggas is still fucking bitches. So we talking about drugs and relationships. Thank you, Miss Veronica, for sliding in. Let's talk about just the dynamic of being addicted to something and in a relationship. How does that work? How does that function? Because we flying through these.
First of all, what kind of self, like, what do you feel about yourself?
What if you don't know?
Man, listen, my ghost game is like none other. I'm not dealing with all of that.
I just want to show the camera.
Even if you get addicted to something while we together, I'm out. I ain't dealing with that. No.
Okay, you know, normally the person that make it don't be having the time. I looked at it the whole time.
I can't wait.
Okay, I'm sorry. So what did I miss? Real quick, let me see what's over here on Instagram. Rodney Pierce came back to say, you're not slaves. You're not slaves because you are aware of your self-worth. Big Tom say drugs are bad.
So the topic, Miss Veronica, when you was missing was drugs in a relationship.
Know your worth.
Okay.
Being
drugs in a relationship? What you mean?
Being addicted to hard drugs and being with a partner, or maybe you the motherfucker that's addicted to. I mean, I don't know. Let's see it either way.
Conversation and he nodded out all the time. Right?
And when you when you asked him, he said I was sleepy.
Well, here's the thing.
He said I was sleepy. He didn't admit to being on hard drugs.
But you can't see that. Come on, where we grew up at, you don't know what the difference between sleepy and a nod is. Then you deserve to be in that relationship.
I think people who be in relationships with people who are addicted to drugs,
codependent themselves.
They're codependent themselves. You're staying there because you need somebody. Because 9 times out of 10, they done fuck their money up at this point. So
You're
now you giving them money to
shit.
go get it done.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I know somebody who would every time they gonna have a function, get the mate high, the mate come through, clean the whole house yard, front yard, backyard, the whole nine. So now you manipulating this person.
Oh, that's fucked up.
You a pusher. I'm your daddy.
Yeah. So the thing is, I think people who stay in relationships with somebody like that got their own issues.
All right. I mean, and
So
that,
don't complain. Don't go tell people
Some
because
people
it makes you look
toxic,
bad.
and I don't
They
judge.
definitely do. Why you think the shit keep
Welcome
changing?
Green 1921 over on Instagram. Someone say he was on his way. He ain't get it.
I love that. Some people like toxic. Buddha, how do you feel about the drug epidemic in Baltimore and that being in a relationship?
I think it's so wild, and honestly, like coming up in the rec centers and then working in the rec centers, it was so fucking different. Like, all right, when I was small, I used to have like a lot of out of body experiences, and I knew I was gonna work at a rec. I knew I was gonna work at the rec I went to, and I ended up working at the rec I went to, and I saw the things in there, the space, but I didn't see the fucking kids in my vision. Cause only Lord knows I would have been on my knees praying all this time. Like, sadly, I lost a lot of youth in the rec centers, like, you know,
Ouch.
to drugs and just being in the street and stuff, and it's so fucking hurtful. Like, a lot of them visit me, like, you know, the dead ones.
All of this was done.
Yeah, like, it'd be wild.
All this was done on purpose. It was done on purpose. And they do it. They culture vultures. They do everything the same way. Just think about it. You go to the hospital. You just banged your toe. They be pushing that perk on you. You're like, no, I don't need no. Just it's your insurance paid for it, so it's good. You know what I'm saying? They pushing it. But then when you're addicted to it, don't nobody want to give you nothing. You gotta run all over the city trying to find it and manipulate to get it.
Wow.
But they got you addicted, and now they want you to spend your money. The whole community.
Well, when you don't have it, then you switch to the powder shit.
Either way, you still feel the community fucked up.
You
are not a representative in your community.
But going back to being an individual,
hey Chantal, good morning.
A lot of these dudes got caught up with the pills. They didn't know what they was doing. They was trying to be a part of a group.
There we go.
Teach them to be an individual, man, and be proud of that shit.
Because your community will tear your individuality down and make you feel like you don't be shit because you're different. Okay, Ms. Monica, I mean, I know you said what you said, but you have any comments or? No. Okay. And this is a tough one. Alright, so, the pie is again ancestral. I would say coming from a situation
where I knew and was really close with people who have some really strong drug addictions, not even necessarily relationship wise, but just in family. You know, we could say, oh, I wouldn't fuck with nobody that was addicted to drugs, but what about your aunt? What about when you had to walk past your grandfather because he was laying out on the street? You know, so this is the position I speak from. So I would just like to say that disconnection is release is a huge part in the spiritual community, and sometimes you have to be able to release those energies that don't serve you, and that's where it hurts because you think your inner circle is for you, just like sis thought, until he sprinkled the shit in your drink. So maybe this is holistic in the realm of that. Certain things do not deserve your energy, time, attention, none of that. And when you can identify that, you know that that's just going to lead you down a really wrong one-way street. So you got to disconnect.
Can I expand on that?
Sure.
You got to also pull yourself out of that shit in order to help. See, people feel like they stay in the community and because that's where they came from and that's how they gonna help. But staying in the community and trying to help, that's like trying to mop up a pond. You gotta get out. You gotta go in, fill your glass, go out, dump it.
Yeah.
You can't dump it if you still standing there.
Sure. I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So get away. That's the consensus of the group. is you definitely got to move forward, and sometimes you do have to release. Damn, I don't want to say this, but I do. I feel like that was the Migos issue. You was standing in the pond. You was never supposed to be in the pond. You supposed to be gone. If you wasn't in the pond, my man might still be here. But at the end of the day, everybody has a destiny.
And the thing is, if you go back, like, like a lot of athletes go back to their community, to the park, and they give a cookout and basketball games and things, and they are covered by people who are protecting them, and they're there for that event, and then they go.
Right.
But am I going to be
Kicking
in the
it.
hood shooting dice? I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Kicking it.
I have evolved so far past it. Why would I put myself back into the dungeon? Why would I put myself back beneath the soil after I already grew past all of this? A tree does not retake themselves back. Even the roots after a while start coming up above the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, come on, let's be honest. A lot of people in the black community have a tendency to want to show out. Like with the Me Too movement,
status.
or like, with the Me Too movement, or the other Black Lives Matter shit. Everybody was in on that. And I got it. I ain't saying I didn't get it, but what bothered me about that was right here, when you come out your front door and you see little Meme and your nephew just kill somebody down the street, you say nothing.
But you for the movement.
But you for the movement and what y'all gonna do to these white folks and these police officers. But you got little Kevin over here just robbed the store and slapped his mother for telling somebody she robbed the store. Like, if it's gonna be Black Lives Matter, can the lives in your house get saved first?
I love it.
Charity starts at home.
I love it.
I'm just saying, I could be wrong.
But you
Real
know
quick,
what?
thank you, Red Diamond, for joining. Big Tone said it's slave mentality.
I feel like, though, sometimes I don't think it's, when it comes to status, I don't really think it's always absent of mind and alright, let me say it this way. I feel like sometimes people blinded by love and what that is, and them wanting to give it and not understanding that it's still going to be hate in any facet. Like, whether that bullet was for take off or not, it landed, and that shit is hurtful and it's fucked up. To know that you could just be somewhere and, like, why the fuck can't he go in the hood? Why can't he go to a dice game? Why? Like, why do that much hate exist in the world that he can't do regular nigga
But realistically, it does exist.
Video.
So take it for what it is.
Of course.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to wear black today and sunglasses. But realistically, I'm going through some shit, so I gotta do it. Sometimes he just gotta think logically. It is true. It will happen.
Is that people get used to having to adapt to fucked up shit instead of wanting to be the change that they see in the world. So to me, prospectively, I feel like Takeoff just have a peaceful fucking energy, and he was hoping that would manifest wherever he went.
Sure.
Even to a fucking dice game.
And can I jump in on the color? I'm a colorologist, so I would like to speak on the colors that everybody's wearing today. Miss Veronica has on black because she is attempting to release something. In the African spirituality, black is for maturity, rites of passage, rebirth, and release. So shout out to your black Buddha, you as well. Green actually represents abundance, productivity, and actually pregnancy. So maybe there isn't anyone being pregnant, but maybe he has pregnant. I'm just real shit. Pregnant with possibility.
Is let her know that I need my hugs.
Pregnant with possibility.
I'm not having
pregnant with possibility.
I don't miss you to your face.
I don't miss. I never do. I never do.
So I never need my hugs off the rep.
I'm tired, shorty. Not me.
Hey, cousin, thanks for joining.
Maybe like, oh, that's your
You hear that violation?
Period. No, that's his father. And then secondly, my pink represents love, femininity, and divine energy. So because I was going through something, I am trying to represent and manifest love. So thank you. So everybody has weighed in, and we understand about the drug epidemic. Just say no, motherfuckers. All right, so now we rolling into the really
dope dick.
Bro, oh, don't. But it's never really. It's never really all the way hard anyway. So don't give it to me. Don't give it to me. Don't give me the dope dick. Don't give it to me.
It down over top of you. Just
drooling. Over on Instagram, real quick.
Don't give it to me.
Real quick though, y'all. Over on Instagram, Big Tone said, but it make you last for 12 hours.
Man, they ain't
See,
no
that's what I
fuck
said.
that shit.
No, and nobody want to do that for 12 hours. Real shit.
Why?
In my 20s, I might have wanted to play with you, but in my 40s, if anything lasts for 24 hours, choose motherfucking
Let's
long.
not glorify
Alright.
nothing about
No,
that
that
shit.
ain't too
ain't
long,
nothing
but
cool
I don't want the
about
nigga
My
it.
to
thing
think
is,
the
who
For me, it is.
wants to have sex for 12 straight out?
For me, it
The
is.
devil is
I
lie.
concur. Buddha, did you make it to your 40s yet?
Yeah, I'm 40.
Oh,
Just
my
40,
God.
baby.
Oh, that's she made it over the doorway.
Fuck all that time.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I said.
Okay, well, we gonna wake up.
But
Nasty
I
ass.
definitely, if I
Nasty
had to
ass.
take a soft dick and a hard one, if the nigga gotta walk around with a woody all day, yeah, pitch a tent, nigga. Cause I don't want
That's
no
what it
soft dick.
I ain't saying you want a soft penis. What I'm saying is, do you want to have sex for 12 straight
No,
hours?
That
I
was
have
the
sex a
question.
lot.
Kenny,
So,
would you
Something
want to have?
do. I got shit to do.
I got
Real
shit
shit.
to do.
I'm 40. I'm not doing that. I'm 42. I'm not doing that. All right, so
Come on.
let's roll.
Real
All right,
quick,
so
y'all. Real quick over on Instagram. Rodney Pierce said this is where the parenting is so vital. We must stand at one, even if the parent aren't together. We need to teach and preach the same message to our kids. Stay away from drugs and negativity. Rodney Pierce, I'm all for that. I'm always like the new show that
You
just
know
started
why I
last
keep
week
saying
is all
something
young
about
people. I'm all for young people.
You know why I keep saying something about teaching them individuality? Cause that puts you closer to your creator. When you understand and your parents, the things that you coming up with in your head and your parents is letting you know that's okay. That's cool. Go with it. See where it takes you at. You gotta sometimes your creator take you to information and it's your job to digest
To
it.
digest it,
I love
dissect
it.
it.
So you
and
gotta
figure
make
out what
sure
to do with it.
your child, as he gets comfortable with these things, and you're not getting on him or telling him that's dumb and all of that
That's
shit.
gay. Don't do that. Don't
Right.
touch that. You
He getting
stupid.
closer to the creator because he realized that all this shit is me.
That's where it
I'm
really
the
started.
only person
Like
in the
you.
world that can do what I'm doing now. That makes me perfect
That's
for the
what
job
makes
the
me
creator
perfect for
put
that.
me here for.
You know, somebody told me the other day that
Something about, referring to what I did, something I did on the show. And I was thinking when King just said that how growing up, when I was growing up in the early 80s, 70s, 80s, it was always imagination. Let your imagination go.
wow,
Sure.
whatever you want to do. So I always was anything I wanted, music, dancing,
Sure.
anything I wanted to do. And like after a while, I was like obsessed with Oprah till she lost the weight and became this white chick. And then I was like so dope about Wendy Williams. I know a lot of people hate it, and I be like, don't fucking talk about Wendy, because at the end of the day, the bitch say how she feel and what it is, and she used her platform for that. Did I think I would ever do podcasting or talk radio? No. But because my imagination was big enough to breathe,
Sure.
and my mother never said, "Oh, you're being foolish. Sit down somewhere, girl."
Mhm.
I'm able to walk right into what God had for me
Sure.
with no problem.
Absolutely.
And I'm able to do this shit. Everybody was like, well, you know, how long? I don't even know. Twin told me one day this radio show, online radio, was having an interview. I think you should go. I was like, Twin, I don't know nothing
How
about
can
that.
you feel close
And
to
I
the
went.
creator if you feel inadequate about yourself?
I love
Say
it.
that again, can you please?
How can you be close to your creator if you feel inadequate about yourself?
I love
That's
it.
that. And that is that on that topic real quick. Big Tone said I'm here. Better late than never.
Awesome.
Donna.
All right, we rolling. We
We're
rolling.
to the
Thank
next
you.
thing.
We rolling, and I want to just absolutely positively tell Rodney Pierce to write a fucking book. Get published. What are you doing? I appreciate your comments online, but passive income is where it is. If you don't understand how to write a book, I'm an author. Get it. Fuck with me. I tell you who to structure that bitch, how to write it, and get money, because you talking some good shit, but the world needs to know it.
And the dope part about being an author is your shit will live on after you. See, that's the thing people forget. When you pass,
Everybody like, oh, women need to be this, man. Women need to be whatever the fuck they want to be. But here's the thing: having the cleanest house on the block did not go down in history. Being the nicest woman on the block did not go down in history. Being the best wife on the block did not make you go down in history. So if you want to archive all of this shit and get some scholarship, yeah, write a book. All right, so we rolling on to our probably last topic that's going to take us out because it's so messy. It's so messy. So what we all know, he did it. The camera is off. We're gonna give it a minute. I'm gonna let my my lord. I'm gonna let my man get the camera right back. I'm gonna let my man. Hey, nobody can see us. Tone, look. Look, you gotta move the camera.
Around all this moisture. You said around all this moisture.
Lord, I caught that, Negro.
I received it as soon as it was said.
Thank you for
I received it as soon as it was said.
And then he plucked himself.
Bruh. That's good. This is a good dynamic.
Yeah.
This is a good dynamic.
Oh,
I mean, we gotta expand the studio. That's it.
What y'all was talking about?
Okay, we gotta talk about the next topic. So we
Tenderness and moisture.
absolutely not. We was talking about entitlement and who did it. Did the parents raise entitled kids, or are your kids just entitled? That's it.
What's that you said?
I said, is this thing on? I said the topic of the day is entitlement. Did we raise entitled kids, or are they just entitled? It's easy to point the finger, but how the fuck did it start?
Oh no, I did. Yeah, we did. I gotta take that.
How the fuck? Let's swing it around the room. Let's go.
I gotta take that charge. Oh, see, I got a little girl, and I lived with a sense of panic from the time that she was born.
A female.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I mean, you know, man, a black woman is at the bottom of the food chain. That's so scary to me. You know, and a lot of times I overdid it.
You were her protector.
I overdid it a lot. Like, you know, her tennis shoes got stolen at her cousin's house. I went over there and, you know, shit got a little dicey.
Spicy.
But then she was mad at me because she was like, Dad, you scared me. You was like a savage or something. And I was like, damn, I was defending your honor. Like, you know, with them little girls, man. And then everything she said she wanted, I went out and got. And yeah, she got a little sense of entitlement now. She's 13. You know, she got a little sense of entitlement. Man, I still do it. Yeah, I still fuck up and do it. Yeah, man, it's them little girls. They got us. I remember my daughter was about 7, man. She was outside deliberately scraping the top of her shoes on the ground. And her little homegirl was like, "Oh, you gonna get in trouble messing your shoes up."
Hey, Nene.
She said, "Oh, nah, my daddy will just go get some more Saturday." But you know why we like that? You know why we like that? When we both got one daughter. That's the only female on the planet that loves me unconditionally. Without condition. No matter what I become, no matter how bad I fail, she's gonna love me unconditionally. And it's always gonna be like that as long as you're loyal to your daughter. Yeah, I feel the same way, yo. And it's like, man, my daughter had these conversations, and I know she's not bluffing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, you know, once you get old, you gonna come live with me and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I said, so they don't want to push the wheelchair. I want to go on. I told my mother, I'm glad my sister was born, because if you take ill, I might stand at your bedroom door and squirt you in the ass with a fire hose. I'm not wiping no shit. I'm not digging in your butt.
Understandable.
You know what?
Understandable. All right, so we talking about how entitlement is created. This is how entitlement is created.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about how it will manifest as they age.
Real quick before we go further, let's talk about that pie. Let's get into the
ancestral. I don't know who's telling them how to do this shit, but this is coming from the ancestors.
Yeah.
Like,
Power
so,
was dynamite. That's
y'all
why I
always
really
put the
came.
taste
Not
on
to
that.
get on y'all
It's
show. I
definitely told to me
with
by
that
somebody.
so you
course
came
it
all the
is.
way here just to this
Oh, way
pie.
to get a slice of that goddamn pie.
Oh wait, when we talking about the pie, how can you order? If we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. How can we order? How can we? Can you customize your pie?
First of all, what's the name of this masterpiece that I asked you to create?
I just called it a sweet potato cheesecake swirl pie.
Swirl.
Yeah, and my Instagram, Alpha Male, introverted Alpha Male. That's on all platforms.
And if you
Just
can't
DM.
find him, always DM Miss V, and I will be sure
Or
that you
Peas
get
Pig.
it. Welcome Miss Prime Draw to the show.
Cigars in the building.
But I just be trying shit. This one right here was like a one of one. Like
Ain't that a
she
beautiful
asked me
thing?
to do it.
My
I'm
sister
like,
called
I couldn't stop
named
thinking
like
about
2
it when
cakes,
she
4
said it.
pies. Like she was, I was like,
Yeah,
all
she
right,
was
let's,
overloading the
let's,
fuck out
let's,
of me.
let's slow
Then
down.
she was like, "Can you cater a part?" I done never did that before. I don't know.
Challenge accepted. He got it.
Yeah, because
He got
do
it.
that seafood
You can't
for Christmas,
create
baby.
this shit
So
and then
get
say
back
you're not
us.
giving
Now,
it to
how are you
everybody.
with your crab cakes though?
Huh?
Crab balls.
I do. And man, I cook.
All right, so
Period.
that we
From
that
the
we trying
oven
to
to
figure
the
out
grill.
how you gonna
I'll
do this.
cook too.
Aww.
If anybody you know take time cooking, please call us at 443 742 94
51.
51. Please, again, Rodney Pierce said, tell Tone, stop hijacking the damn show. Stop
I cook a
hijacking
mean
the show.
steak, nigga. Shut up.
Oh, I
Write a
heard. Oh, I heard.
book.
I heard
Write a
about the
book.
steak. I heard about the steak.
Sometimes when people going through shit and you ain't got the words,
Oh my God, a meal?
Comfort.
something to eat.
That's why the
Anybody who
cook
can
so
fix
well.
a meal
That
while
touches
I'm going
that's
through.
why-
Cook
that's
so
why I
well.
love
I appreciate the plate.
Because they
I
was
prefer
going
when
through
you
that
go eat.
oppression, and they could cook real well. The slaves.
And
our
and
ancestors
that's
in
what
slavery
it's
and
all
shit.
about. Like when I like certain things, my daughter will call me. She stays with her godparents during the school year, and she called like, "Ma, I need some chicken and gravy." And I was like, "Well, Serenity, let me walk you through what to do." And she was like, "It's not the same. I'm having a hard day. Can you bake me some chicken and gravy?" And I'm like, "Daughter, I got it," because I know how she feel because my mother would bless us that way. I didn't even realize how poor we really were. But it's like the meals, and then people who didn't eat like we did. I'm looking like, y'all don't get that. What the fuck? Well, y'all missing out, because that's not what Sunday is. Like
Man, you're
we couldn't
right.
even take our meatloaf and put it on a bun and make a sandwich. No, you gonna eat this. You gonna partake of this goodness.
Your vibe give your food the flavor,
That's
man.
what I was ready to say. It's an energetic transaction.
Yeah, just think about it. The meals that you had from your grandma or your mom, once they gone, you don't taste that no more. No
I
matter
was just
how much
talking
you try
about
to
my mother
duplicate it.
cheeseburger, nigga.
We was just talking about that
Yo, I
yesterday.
would go from Middle River to Woodlawn. Just, hey,
Damn.
ma, look, here was some ground beef. Hook it
Damn.
up. Cause she put that love
Because
in
it's
it.
a different kind of love.
Yeah.
I think, Kenny, if you had the time after the show, if I come to your place, could you fix me something? I'm just saying. I just wanted to throw it out there in a hug before I go. All right, go ahead, keep
Sure,
going.
sure.
Man, you got a Fidel Castro outfit on and shit. What, you ready for war?
Yeah,
What I miss?
I was in the zone. I was in the zone.
Yeah, we was talking about color, so
Things
My
on
energy was kind of low.
tone,
And that's
brain
the thing.
is calm.
You right.
So you have a calm energy about you
Things
right now.
only get better. They
I
only
love
get
it.
better.
Things
And
only
sometimes
get
you
better.
got, like I said yesterday, sometimes you got to go through shit because sometimes you got to be the lesson of the day.
Yeah.
You can't always be I'm the standard. I'm not the standard.
No, you were strong and you just needed one more vitamin to make you stronger.
Yeah, that was it. I love it.
You know
So
what I mean?
now I got like Donna came in the day and told me some shit that I say myself.
What
She's
are
like,
you
what's that
doing?
thing you say? And I was like, what, Donna?
The
I
capacity.
asked him, and she was like, you
Capacity.
always say
So you're not
people
the
can't hold the capacity of you. And I was like, damn, that's my word.
In life,
That's
there
what it
will
was.
always be a doofy among you at all times.
Because you're always supposed to be learning.
And that's what happened.
You learn.
This was a learning
This is a
situation
beautiful
for me.
thing. When you can learn from anything, it's a beautiful thing. And the faster you can learn the lesson, the better. If you go to college at fucking 11, you're winning. If you go at 18, it's cool. But at 11, if you got it, so you kind of went to college early. So that's what it is.
The only time I'm gonna stop learning is when I'm burnt up or in the coffin.
Right.
The Egyptians said, "A
Yeah.
day you have not
You are
learned is a
not.
day you have not lived."
You are
Period.
not too smart
Yo,
to
I
learn
burned
some
up,
shit.
yo.
Everybody needs to get that.
Yeah.
Because I would think the shit that I just learned this week,
Cremated, man.
I was above that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I had to realize you have not arrived.
Yo,
Oh, you have
I
arrived.
told
We
my
still
dad
From
learning.
that.
before I was
Yeah.
in the 11th grade. I said, man, I know everything. I don't need to go the fuck back to that school. So after I woke up from the beating,
Period.
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Period.
He like, you ready to take your ass? I said, hey, I'm going to school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, he say, man, and he kept it real with me. He say, man, you don't never stop learning shit.
Right.
Man, I always been addicted to information.
Yeah.
Even in school, when it wasn't too cool to be smart, I would cut out sometimes and fuck off with my homeboys. But what they didn't know is I went and got my makeup work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
see,
And
I'm
I
in
got my
608,
shit
this nigga
together.
in 601.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to be a
I
wild.
was smart
Wait,
on the
that was
low.
really a thing?
What?
Them numbers, I thought
Yeah.
it was. I ain't want to be a Sadiddy bitch for real. I was like,
After
Let me
damn,
tell you
I
something.
I
really
went
am
to
smart. I just
Marlboro.
be
I looked
lazy. I
at
did
it
not
real
know
quick.
that was a
Yeah.
Let me explain it to you, right? It's funny because Jeremiah and him, they were in the smart guy classes. Jeremiah was the same way. So do this, do that, blah, blah. The nigga was doing all the motherfucking work. I'm the only jackass in the crew. Ain't doing shit.
Fucking off
But I
all
was
that in
smart, though.
Right.
I was smart and would pass and shit like that. It's just like them niggas took it more serious than me. You know, so by the time when I went to Mervo, got kicked out of there, came up to Walbrook, these dudes was in like the advanced area of Walbrook. You know what I'm saying?
Like you couldn't even go down their hallway and shit.
Yeah, they was like,
But when you
oh,
know
this
the
is the
ass
smart
down
nigga section. You know what I'm saying? I was just in regular shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the joint. That's what we call DEC.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But them
Our
dudes,
Walbrook was called the joint.
you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I gotta upgrade.
Those
Right.
tests that you take in school, when
Placement test.
you all of them tests, yeah, placement tests, when
Mm-hmm.
what they placing you, the lower scores, that's how many beds they make in the jails.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Third
That's how
grade.
they know how to
Third grade.
populate the jail.
Really?
So when
Oh,
you're a
you know?
dumbass in
Or
school,
to get
they
financed.
already then set you up a bed in jail.
Yeah.
Why do you think when you deal with the black kids in mental health, it's totally different? They setting them up for prison.
So it's the
The
school
white
to prison
kids,
pipeline.
They
Yeah.
get all the white kids, sorry, Caucasian, whatever, to be politically
Don't be
correct.
sorry, we here.
They give them all the wraparound services in the world.
Yeah.
Trust me, because I used to do in-home
Yeah.
intervention. And it was
You know what I'm saying? I like those dudes, you know, that's why I put the jobs. Fuck this shit. Like,
you'll send them to a
I want to get
facility.
back to me.
They'll send them to a facility instead of trying to keep them home with mom and dad. You know what I mean? They'll send them to the facility to prepare them for jail. That's all those facilities are.
And so it's school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I
Oh.
appreciate everybody tagging in
School
on that.
sets you up for either job or jail.
And I
8
concur.
hours a day, sitting in one spot. Yeah.
I
Which
definitely
Being in the
concur.
workforce.
Which is ready to move on to, Donna.
No, I wanted to swing the entitlement. We got some masculine energy and it almost dominated, but we gonna pull it back.
Okay.
So we
I know
we
that's-
rolling.
Hold up, this my
Pause
show.
this.
We
Y'all
gonna pull
forgot
shit
the name
back.
of this bitch is her.
It's her. She in the building.
At the end of the day, I wanted the women to be able to chime
Co-sponsored
in.
by the Bro Show.
Period. I wanted the women to be able to chime in on the entitlement, and then we can figure out where we were gonna go after that.
Hey, I see Pablo. YH8. Hey, I'm just trying to say hey, everybody. Good morning, and thanks for joining. It's her show. We just got, a different vibe today.
How do you
These
feel
niggas
about it?
decided to do a takeover.
How do you feel about it, Miss Veronica?
How do I feel about
Entitlement.
what?
Did we create it, or is it something that?
Entitlement
Yeah.
for
How do you
children?
feel? How do you feel?
I think the entitlement of the children, the parents created.
Sure.
I think it was created mistakenly. A lot of us from my age group era, we did without so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't because our parents just simply said no. We did without because we knew that our parents just could not. I wasn't asking for
It was an
a
understanding.
pair of Jordans or Nikes unless it was like offered. Look, I got this, and what's the one thing you want? Like for me, birthdays and Christmas is a big deal because that was the only 2 times we got whatever we
Got to be
wanted
selfish.
in the world. But other than that, we knew better. Like, I'm not even gonna go ask my mother buy me a Snicker unless she said she had
Sure.
some food stamps, $1.
Mm-hmm.
We knew better. But then when our children came along, we had the tendency to make sure that they had because we knew how it felt to not have. And then our children went from
Mm-hmm.
3 and 5
Mm-hmm.
to 10 and 15, and they felt entitled. Also now, basically they coming to us like, so now
You're
you gonna buy me
supposed
no
to do
tenders?
this.
What the fuck? You been buying them? Really blame them because like,
Mom, that's what I was saying. I was saying, but I told all the guys who were when I was in Bibles, she always wanted the biggest stuff without a gift, Christmas and her birthday.
well, all of us already took it easy. Like, mine want like a little coat.
Different
You know?
experience. Y'all both had
So,
different experiences.
but now her children are labeled, and she has to continuously meet, reach that
Produce.
bar.
She
Like
gotta
for
produce.
Christmas, I do like, I don't know to get you everything you like is too expensive. That should not be the thought.
Mm. Mm.
But for my kids, I didn't go over the bar. Were they good? They were good. But my mindset was single mother, dropped out of school, let's make this happen. So we more of a team. So my kids never got that entitlement. My middle kid, he's spoiled in his own way.
His own
Like,
right.
yeah, he's spoiled in the way of, well, Mom, what? Kenny made a pie you didn't bring. Like last night, you're not bringing pie. I'm gonna bring you something.
Share, mommy.
I need to get the lady. Like he's entitled that way.
Mhm.
Like, Mom, you're
That's
baby.
really your favorite. Y'all got
Don't
that.
say that all the
Whoa.
time.
Y'all got that bond.
Maurice
where you get away
is
with
not my
everything.
favorite. And then his girlfriend watches, so that's what I can tell the
Whoa.
shit.
Get
Maurice
away
is
with
not
everything.
my favorite, y'all. He's not.
Just like with y'all and,
But yeah, the
and
children feel
LaWanda.
entitled.
Like with LaWanda, you know LaWanda, it's more accepted from her. You know what I'm saying?
Certain things was more accepted.
Right.
Because we already knew. Now you know what she gonna do.
Yeah.
Just set up.
You
Just
gotta
act.
try. You know, it's not always easy, man. We gotta try to make them, earn some shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We have to.
Make them
Or they
earn
gonna get
it.
in this world
You know,
fucked up.
we know
Yeah, for
we
sure.
gonna fuck around and get to them anyway.
My daughter's on it right now, earning with you, because I gotta teach her responsibility. Because if I don't, she's just gonna be lost.
All right, Buddha, how do you feel about this whole entitlement? You got to chime in, Miss Buddha.
Like, I'm kind of on the line with what is and what isn't, because I guess, like, in society, like you said, your sister kind of, like, bought her kids a lot of label shit, and then versus somebody else might buy their kids a bunch of electronics that might be overzealous. I guess it's, like, all in what you value one and what the child value, because, like, I wouldn't mind spending a lot of money on DJ equipment for my kid, but then I might be like, nigga, I'm not buying you no bendable sneakers. You feel me? Like, I might not want to pay $2,000 for some tennis shoes you gonna grow out in 2 fucking months.
I would ask him what he
I can't
what
say
he-
the name. We
what
can't
he
say the
gonna
name no
do?
more.
what
But
he
you know
gonna
what I'm
do
saying?
to earn
Yeah.
it.
But then,
Right.
but I might want to
Right.
spend that same
Can
2,500
we
on
meet
something
halfway
that's gonna
somewhere?
help elevate him. You feel me? So I just
So
feel
that's
like it depends
different
on
though.
what it
That's
is.
different.
Yeah.
That's
But
different.
see, somebody else will be like,
Why
why
you
did
buy
you
that
spend
equipment?
exactly?
Because this is what's going to elevate him to where he needs to go.
Why is it
Exactly.
that
There's a difference.
Allegedly.
You. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
but you
Go
know
ahead, Kenny.
people
What
be in
you
the
going to say? I'm sorry.
So like maybe like meet them halfway or something. That'll for me. I know that make you excited. Like, all right, she gonna give me half of it. If I get this half, all right, what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give them,
That
and
much
then
on
you
fat
know
cheese.
you don't value. I know I hate fat tennis.
Oh,
You don't. That was her way of saying, I'm saying,
You earned it.
you
Sure.
earned this. She got
What you
using the
did.
words because my mother didn't want us to be soft in no kind of fucking way. But it was like, oh, that's in there. Well, go ahead, keep that. Make sure you when the stuff off the dryer, you fold it
Sure.
up.
All right.
Real
You
quick,
know.
one thing, and I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'm glad that you
Cute.
said
Cute.
about the value of money,
Mm-hmm.
because when I sold drugs, I didn't give a fuck about that money.
Right.
But once I started punching a clock,
It make a
I'm
difference.
watching that money. You know what I'm saying?
You ready to go in there? Hold up my check, 50 cents
Right.
short. What the fuck
Should
is
I
that?
get this chicken or should I get this or that? You start thinking more. When
You
you
think
selling
more.
drugs, you don't give a shit. It's
Right.
free money.
Yeah.
That's why I never beefed over it.
Yeah.
It's free
It was
money.
a different way of thinking.
I love it. All right, so for me, the entitlement, I got 2 different aspects on it. All right, so I got a dad that treated me the way you two treat y'all daughter. I'm still very much spoiled. I say that all the time, and I actually thank him. So shout out to y'all because some of the kids are grown, but your kids ain't really grown. Grown. I said your 20s, you on suicide watch. Your 30s, you trying to fix your 20s, and by the 40s they can take the training wheels off. So I want to tell y'all about somebody that's actually been spoiled, and I'm in my 40s. I appreciate y'all because what it did was allow me to make standards based on real nigga shit. If my father didn't do it or did do it, that's how I gauge these niggas out here in
And
these
that
streets.
and that is
So
the great thing about
thank
being a
you.
dad.
Yeah, thank you so much for telling your daughter that she should have a higher standard. Thank you so much for giving her that inspiration and that actual identity of this is how a woman should be treated. This is how I should be loved. Now, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the whole entitled.
I was born here, I stayed here.
Us are selfish. We all selfless. We all think about your daughter now immediately. So honestly, again, Buddha say I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm playing devil's advocate. I kind of feel like that we done created the soldiers, and I'm not going to say make them rotten, but I'm gonna say keep showing them that whatever the fuck they want, they can fucking get, because that's how I'm out here in this world. Whatever the fuck I want, I'm going to get, and if it don't come fast enough, I'm pushing niggas' buttons. So I appreciate.
Just don't push it 3 times.
Oh, here we go. And I love you back. But at the end of the day, you have to.
Right.
Pressure make diamonds.
No, I don't know that.
Pressure make diamonds.
Let me say this in an example of what I think Donna is.
Pressure make diamonds.
Last week, Tony and I was talking last weekend, and we was like, yo, we gotta think of something. And I was in a bad headspace week before last, and he was like, we gonna make the kids do a show.
Pressure
and I
make
was like,
diamonds.
yo, and I'm all like, Tone, can we make him? He was like, fuck yeah. So I called my son in the room.
Pressure make
He got
diamonds.
his son on the phone on the three-way, and I've got him Tone on the speaker. And he telling us what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna this. Next week, I said, all right, I'm gonna start the group text. They like, and his son on the phone like, okay. Maurice say, okay. So I'm asking them, y'all good with that? Tone said, they ain't no other fucking choice. They said, no, we be there. Them niggas came in this bitch last Saturday.
Shout out to y'all.
Went live and went.
It was fun too. I watched it.
It
was real fun.
And like I think Kenny told his son this too. Like my son, when he turned 18, he was so happy. Like, yeah, I'm 18. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Now I can beat your ass up and I'm going to jail.
You said you was a man, right?
Okay. See, that's just all you gotta get to these sons, man. My daughter is gonna get on the top back to follow. Father's nigga, why you gotta have a lot of money for food?
Nah.
Certain things she like.
Right.
So you're gonna have to be able to foot that bill, and I designed it that way on purpose so she don't go out here and be
Like
an
Johnny
airhead
said,
for a nigga.
Fucking with these suckers.
Mr. Standard, you can't. Look, my dad did that. I'm not impressed. I'm not easily
I
I
still
impressed.
can
call
tell
my
the
father.
difference in the young dudes out here that had men in their life than the ones that just had a passive woman. I'm not gonna say a woman.
Women with pennies.
I'm not gonna say a woman because there's some women that raise some strong
Amazing
children.
men.
Because I
Yeah.
had strong sons, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like that.
So we all feel different about the entitlement, but at the end of the day,
Still come to the same
it
conclusion.
is a change and we embrace it. In the black community, we need change. We can't stay the same slave.
Okay.
So she
I
watching?
want to his name. You
We
is
don't
so
wanna
crazy.
rock.
Hold up, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. I missed a lot. All right, Rodney Pierce. I read his comment before I turned. Real quick, Miss Prime Draw said, I can't say that parents created. There are parents that could hold their children to a standard and make them earn what they receive, but society has made these kids believe they have rights. LOL. So I guess that comes with you can't beat me, you can't do this, you can't do that, because society has said you can't. These
I
my
tighten
kids.
mine up.
I'm putting my paws on them. Miss
Tighten
Prime
them up.
Prime Draw came back to say.
Though you gotta have a formula for each one.
Miss Prime Draw came back to say, but society, kids calling the police being disciplined, the schools having no lack of community support. So all of that goes into a lie. She came back to say we've lost our village mentally. Baby girl truly said.
Oh, that's my bit.
Baby
Oh,
girl
sorry. That's
truly
my
said, I see where Donna is coming from,
My
but
niggas.
I must have touched it too many times. I see where Donna is coming from, but to balance that point, teaching them how to earn what makes the value, what makes it value more. And I agree with what
Sure,
she's
I
saying
love how
because
she
the
worded
thing is,
that.
if we allow them to continuously get,
They bitching you.
they bitching you at some point, or they not earning. They, like I said with me, I knew the value of getting my place and paying my bills because I looked at my mother
See,
come
we
home
know it.
tired.
I'm guilty.
Alright, so when I was in
I-
school, when
That's- I'm
I was
guilty,
in
so-
school,
When it comes to Maurice, I'm guilty of that.
I had a
My oldest,
teacher.
my youngest.
I had a teacher have all of the classes that they taught write an essay on something that they did that they were kind of not proud of, and the teacher read one student's essay to every one of their classes, and it was about this young guy, which was one of our classes. He robbed his mother on the way.
Somewhere down the line, it seems like that's her fault.
That shit fucked my head
Man,
up. I'm
I'm
like,
trying
what
to get
the
that
fuck, yo,
motherfucker.
your mother?
Or wonder like what she was going through. If my household can't see my pain and what's going
Those
on.
Jordans cursed him for life.
Not only
But who am
that,
I to say that his
Your
mother
mother.
didn't teach him better? You feel
That's
me?
what I wanted to
can't
chime in
blame
and say.
her. The thing is, maybe I can blame just him or society in the aspect of making kids feel
I
like
need this
they
one.
not the shit because they don't have on Jordans. Like, I feel like it's a collective.
I need this too.
With all those video games
All
that
forgiven.
do
That's
malicious
it.
You
acts
robbed
and
me, it's
shit
over.
like that. Yo, you teaching these motherfuckers how to go out here and shoot people and shit.
Also,
I have me per
The
se,
shit
this
that
is
they
my
doing.
opinion. I have an issue with a grown man sitting around playing video.
That's tight. All right, and I agree with everybody. So let's change the topic. Let's change the dynamic into something fun. All right, here we go. They went to work. The village went to work.
Years from now, these kids got to be the generation that.
Oh, hell, that's the dumbest idea.
Actually,
You
not-
stay out in the water, you
wasn't
get
that
And the
drowned.
thing is, at the end of the day, you gotta call it what it is.
And I like my landing strip clean on that next topic.
Hold on, but the topic said, and I quote, manscaping and womanscaping. So are you saying?
It depends.
Let's go. First we start with manscaping and
Real
womanscaping,
quick,
and then we go.
I
Miss
mean-
Bob Joy said that's an excuse.
It
And
depends.
the issues
Paris
with our
funky.
people, the village needs
It
to
can
step out or shut up.
Damn.
Pedophilia.
That shit was wild.
That's nasty.
Who's hitting her?
Look out Facebook.
They was acting
That
nasty.
shit was wild. Like,
This
I'll
was
never
school.
forget it. So, like, comb that shit. I don't know.
Did you
Figure it
say
out.
you never saw black floss? Did you say, hey, I never saw
No,
black
that's
floss?
gross.
I didn't.
Donna, give us your view on that topic. I can't.
All right, I'm not gonna do this with y'all because I stay getting myself in trouble.
Yo.
But I'ma say completely bald is a huge headache to consume.
I know, both of
It's
them.
prickly. That's for women.
I don't like that shit.
Very, very prickly. It's not for me. H.E.R. Okay, so when it comes to females, completely bald can be prickly to consume. It can be like, but then work. So landing strip regular, I appreciate that. For my dudes, I know y'all not gonna like this. I like hairy men. I like her. You got hair on your chest. Leave that shit. You got hair down there. That's cool. Parted. I'm good. Like I get in straight in the middle. So at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with a little hair. Now for me, yeah, regular all day. A regular in the lineup. That's how I'm out here rocking. If you not fucking with that, cause I feel like this, we gotta roll back to the pedophilia thing. The only time people actually have bald vaginas is when they immature. And Western society is not gonna make me think that looking at anything bald equates to maturity or able to reproduce.
But what if you running in
Right.
a coochie head that look like about a bunch of battle ants ready for war. Just
Yeah.
really tight.
Spies on here if you have me.
Hey, first
And
off,
look,
That's in that right.
first off, that's
Real
actually
quick,
a fans
real
only
quick, let's
title,
go.
so let's get into that. Them
Hold
hairy
up,
pussy
can we run
bitches
back?
is getting
Can we
money.
run this back?
Stop
Can
it.
we run this back?
Somebody like
Somebody,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, real quick, excuse me, y'all.
Absolutely.
Let me get some space. Miss Prime Joy said, "Don't shave legs, but everything else. I keep it clean
Prickly.
for he and I tone."
Mm-mm.
She
She
said
telling-
what?
She said she don't shave her legs, but everything else she keep it clean for him and her tone. Since you said
There's
she
nothing
wasn't
wrong
gonna
with
comment.
pussy. I don't care what it look like. Long as
No,
it
she
have
said that
bumps
because
on
you
it,
said she wasn't gonna
I'm
get on
going
top of you.
in.
As long as you can't fall
Little
in it.
Mama said,
Oh,
Yeah, right. I shave
hold
it to
up,
the
y'all,
waist.
give me a second. Little Mama said
It's just
men and women should keep it low and clean, especially if you want oral sex, period. With a T on the end. Rodney Pierce said, lawn mowed and conditioned. That's what the fuck I'm
Damn.
saying.
Oh,
Okay.
sugar scrub. Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
410.
That's also a fans
CC3
only.
said,
Not
landing
gonna say I
strip
know
for
that.
him. Baby girl Trudy said, less harsh on the skin than waxing.
I can't wait till that chair turn around.
I don't know what that
Me too.
She right.
She
Oh,
right.
okay. 410 CC saying she
Here it
right.
comes, here it
100,
comes,
100,
here it comes,
100.
Buddha. The chair turned around. So, Miss
Everybody
Veronica!
go, Tom. You did.
Miss
No, I'm just saying,
Veronica!
my opinion of it is,
What is your
long
thing
as
on
shit
it?
don't stick.
She hit it.
Instagram.
Your preference,
Yeah.
Miss
Who's
Please.
calling me?
There she go. She got the shades on trying to be low today. Not today, sugar.
Don't be quiet
Not
now.
today, sugar.
El Capitan.
As for me, I like my ice cream like with cookies. It's like no, I'm just.
You know
There she
what?
Cause I don't want to talk about that, but okay, I will. For me, I think men should be clean and neat,
Okay.
not shaved. I have a thing,
Me
like I
too.
told y'all earlier, with pedophilia, like women who do the waxing. If you take everything off, I feel like I'm touching a kid, and bitch, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Thank you. Invested in the stock
And
market.
you're missing out on something great if I say no. I'm just trying to
the
tell you.
wrong part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Now, do I want her to keep it neat?
I don't know how I feel to touch a kid.
I said I don't know, but what I'm saying is
We got you,
dogs
Mr. B.
look
We
like
got
a
you.
minor.
We got you,
It's
Mr.
a
B.
hard time to get you through your day.
What I'm saying is, see that why the fuck it get to me and everybody get crazy?
I just
You
started
should
it.
start a
I didn't
show,
finish
B.
it. I just started. I didn't finish it. Disclaimer.
The untruths, the unfairs for me is the part that gets on my nerves. I'm just saying, as for me, the close
Sure.
condition. So that means when it say close and condition, mean close with nice, like the hair need to feel like you
Brush it.
shower and you put no, because if you shower right and you use the right.
Question, like back in the
But
day.
y'all was
Let's-
not
it
finished,
used
but
to
it's
be
still
like-
my
I'm
turn.
sorry.
Y'all just switch the whole fucking
I'm
thing.
not because you got my head fucked up. Keep talking about bald
Yeah,
coochies.
major
That look like an
muffins.
eagle.
I'm just saying I don't want some. I
What
don't
you
want.
said, I'm trying to understand what you mean. Like you saying, so the 1970s coochie fro can
Pamela
be tamed. That's what I'm
Pangrea.
asking you.
Yeah, basically I'm
What
saying
the
yeah.
fuck with what?
You could
What they taming that shit with?
some kind. A lot of people don't use Dove because
That
of
shit gonna
this,
give
that,
you
and
a
the
yeast
third.
infection.
But the thing is, Dove has moisturizer in it.
Can I concur on that? Because
I
people.
don't want
I
to
mean,
because
you
I ain't
right,
going
but
to your
no.
shit. Let me get my
No,
fucking
y'all.
turn.
Fuck my head up.
No, can
I
I?
don't want to have sex and oral sex with somebody with bristly hair that cut my face. Flat out. It's not up for grabs. I ain't going on y'all shit. How y'all felt is what y'all had. Do I want your bristly hair in my face? Fuck no. And oral sex is my thing. Oral sex is my thing.
She said it before. She said it before.
That's my shit. We gonna get busy. Fuck no, bitch. Get that shit
So
under
you
control.
saying you just want to please her?
I
You don't
do.
want a facial scrub?
I don't want a facial scrub. Dove moisturizing low body wash will get that hair under control. I don't know who you fucking with, Buddha, but tell them bitches get that done.
No, the reason
Your
why
hair gonna get under control.
the reason why Buddha said that is because
Nobody said because y'all always try to
Sometimes
take you
long hair, you can use
my
it to hold your
question-
lips open.
So my questions are
Y'all
not
is
always from my
disgusting.
experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Because
just saying.
I don't like to go
Everybody
down
wants to
on
attack my
girls with
opinion.
brittle hair.
And I sat here quietly
No, thank
while
you.
everybody took their turn. I say,
family. Family.
I'm just prepared.
How is that bigger than Balenciaga? That's what I'm confused
how
about.
are they saying it's fire?
No, I'm saying how did the
It's
energy
not.
really shoot through the roof on genital hair? Like,
Because
no.
pussy
But
is
it
the
was me,
greatest-
I'm just
maybe
under
the greatest
attack.
shit on earth, like
Donna,
sex is
I
way
believe
better
that
than
I'm
fat
just under
titties.
attack this week.
Not at
I'm
all.
convinced that
Not at all. We're actually all here because of you.
If you rump up and get out, get what I like, get halfway. I didn't even finish.
I gotta plead the
I felt because for me, what I like, have I been dating men for 8, 7 years now straight? Yes. But prior to that, the women that I dated, it had to be something authentic about the package.
Yeah. Just don't have a bump.
It had to be something authentic about the package because I don't know how, but it happened because I guess unconsciously, a lot of the women that I dated, they did hair, they did this, they were, in a cooking field, they did something, or a nurse. So I knew that this, then here you go, oh bitch, we winning. I'm just saying, for me, what I did before I dated men or women. Paperwork ready for you saying they are healthy, you go all the way the fuck in and you turn all her volume up to the highest capacity. The noise overwhelms me. So I'm saying, for me, what I...
That's why they really shouldn't shave bald all the time because you
Because
get hair bumps. I'm a man, we get hair bumps and shit.
Bald is...
Number one, that's not bald, that's a regular hair.
Well, he said, well, he
Says
keep
the
a
barber.
keep a number one.
He knows.
I want a well-maintained golf course. Brown Sugar, thanks for joining.
Write a book, Rodney.
Dre Christian, thanks for... Let me just say this real quick, Dre. You just jumped in. You might have heard some shit that you shouldn't have heard from me. Everything that I said, Donna had it written on the card. It really wasn't my wording, Dre. So don't look at me no different.
I'll take it.
Dre think I'm just sweet and
I'll take
sweet.
it.
I want him to keep
All right, let's change the dynamic. Let's change the dynamic.
Uh-oh,
Here we go. Pussy hair for 101.
and you're burning or something, you should get fired.
You should be fired.
Yeah.
A smelly nurse, dirty scrubs.
Smelly nurse.
Like,
Knowledgeable.
she was very resourceful. But you got
Damn,
to
you
go.
would think it was the opposite though. You think it'd be the
Oh my Lord.
Right.
First off, can I shouldn't, but I will, and I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna jump to the next topic. It's so many medicines that people think are good for them that's actually throwing off the pH. I'm not saying I'm making an exception for smelly cat. I'm not saying I'm making an exception for smelly cat, but all of the food is processed. The dairy is actually pus. And nobody's eating green leafy vegetables because that's why people are dealing with a lot of health problems now. So I would just like to say, from my holistic practice, if you're having any body odor, you need chlorophyll, green leafy vegetables. It acts like a broom. It scrubs all the toxins out. Follow it with water. Your pussy will smell like amazing.
Chicks been
Let me
dealing
ask
with
Donna a
dudes
question.
that been dipping
Sure.
in dookie.
Yeah, well, that's not our fault either. But
So let me ask
Sure.
Donna this question.
Sure.
What do you say about fruit? I always hear, because I'm not a woman who will give a man oral sex and then he come in my mouth. I ain't gonna be able to do it. But I hear people say all the time that
you are what you eat.
you are what you eat. If they eat a lot of fruit, it comes out and is not as, I guess, tough.
I love that you said that, and thank you for addressing that to
So
me.
let me
So fruit is actually known as the ultimate hydration. They say water is really good, but fruit is actually known as the ultimate hydration. So you are what you eat. That's why I wanted to mention all the medicines that people are taking. So if you do eat green leafy vegetables and fruit, it will change how you taste. And y'all know the last show we talked about it. Be careful who you taste, because you can make yourself addicted to a certain taste and flavor. You don't know why you can't get this trifling bitch out your head, but it's because she tastes like rainbows. So be careful what you eat. So now, as far as be careful of what you eat.
And what
Be careful of what you
Okay,
eat.
Ellen D. Reese just said, is this a smash up show? So the guys decided to come in here, Maurice, and thought they was going to take over.
Ain't
But
happening.
Donna has took the reins
Every
and
time.
took the shit back. She ain't
Every
letting
time.
these niggas come in here.
Fruit is the number one hydrator. Water is too. Because fellas, can I tell y'all this? Don't go out here listening to Miss V and eat a whole bunch of pineapples. Because when you nut, it'll be a pineapple booger. Make sure you eating pineapples and drinking water. And I said what I said, and I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I mean, y'all came for me. Buddha, don't smile like that, because you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So it will bubble
I
at
don't
the
know.
top.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta be careful on the fruit though, because that's a cleanser too.
Right. So drink water and eat fruit. And as you get older,
like, give you the shit.
Come on, guys. We trying to
as you
hear
get
this.
older, be mindful of your stream, because they say when you young, you can hit the ceiling, and as you get older, it comes out like a water fountain. So if your water fountain is instead of hitting the ceiling, that also is a sign that you may need to change some things in your diet. Thank you, Miss Veronica, for all of that. And here's the deal. I don't mean no harm, but the guys really can't say shit because y'all ain't never tasted nut. So let's wrap.
Well, wait a minute.
Did you? You didn't. So I said what the fuck I said.
Like, and you know what? A lot of people who get a lot of pleasure out of getting letting him do things. I never did it, so I want to hear about it.
You know, once in a while, you know, all right, but that's
So is it just
not
'cause
something you just want to do all the time unless you got other tendencies.
Yeah, you end up with yesterday's meal on your dick.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
I hear
a day depending on how
a lot of guys want to do it, and a lot of girls like getting it
That
done.
inner shit smells bad.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I just got wet things.
The bitch gonna lose. Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, everything on the plate.
It's like doing it.
Cause when you lay in my bed, you fool. No other reason.
Go on, you gotta pump your chest after that.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
You gotta
You
pump
look,
your
you hear
chest.
me? I'm trying to set up appointment. Like,
Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
I'm
You gotta
usually
pump your
at
chest after you
nighttime.
say that. You
look,
fool.
look at me.
Sorry.
Like,
I mean, he makes cakes for God's sakes. He said that there was
You a
he makes pies. He said
some spit a power in
he's
your
a
back.
culinary expert.
I'm a fool.
That's what he said. He said he's a foodie. He
You
said
gonna
what he
spit a
said.
power in your back.
7 minutes, but if we do, for me, it depends on how I feel. I might just need you to slut me out and me to do the same, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't always gotta be all of that. I don't even always
Now,
got
this
that
the
much time
question.
and that
Man,
much.
Do it
listen,
matter?
Foreplay
Do
bigger than
do
that.
it matter how long? Like, cause
Hold on, I need that comment
Do
when
it.
you finish.
He
Huh?
said, go ahead, say it, is the man in you.
That's the manliness in it. I mean, not a bad thing. Or
I'll
whatever.
take it.
But guys,
I'll
just
take
come
it.
in and fuck off.
I'll take it.
Foreplay
I'll
bigger
take
than
it.
that.
See, for me, I got a certain, if you my sex partner, I got a certain thing going on. So the foreplay for me, get it all gushed up. You get it all worked up. Like, you know, the guy gonna suck this dick. I'm gonna need to hear. Oh, now you ready. Oh, now you ready. Like, it's certain things I need because it works for me.
Your mind.
Sure.
I ain't even worried about you. Just hear.
Sure.
Your
I'm
mind,
having a good time. I'm
man.
listening to you, Kim.
Matching minds. That's where it's
A meeting of the minds. I love it.
In the morning time, when you hit her with a little funny text and she groggy and look and start laughing, and through the day you do things like
That's
that.
the foreplay.
That's the foreplay
That's
right
the
there, and
foreplay.
that shit can last for days. So when I get to you, already.
Y'all guys don't know how to do one down, okay?
So it's fucked up. I want to learn how to do it.
No, but actually,
And it made me think since that. Yesterday, actually. And I was like, that is foreplay. Do you know how excited the other person get when you texting and calling throughout the day? Especially when you saying little shit. Before you know it, she sending you pictures. You like, she primed up. I know she ready.
People think it's just about you getting there and then start licking on them.
Start
Stuff
jamming
like
and just start stabbing.
Yeah, and that's why sometimes the female, she'll look at you like, yo, what you doing?
But see, I think
She wasn't ready for that
She
shit.
wasn't ready for that,
She ready to go.
idiocy. Like for
'Cause
me,
she already
with women, I
primed
want,
up.
come over. Let me.
But
Get
that
her
comes
hair.
from sometimes.
Get
But
her hair.
foreplay.
I want to
talking
love
about-
her because the pleasure of having sex with a woman, getting all in here, moisturizing her hand, working her hand down. Because by the time we get where we need to be, she's so fucking relaxed. Everything is like, and I'm like,
I love it. And then,
$40.
over, man, I ain't got time to text at 6 in the morning. I'm jumping on and I'm coming off. But I'm also, no, we talking about, you assume. You assume. And I'm talking about this. I mean, yeah, I like to, we wrong, we all doing that texting. If I had a shitty day, I'm coming in and you gonna make mommy happy. And you gonna do whatever the fuck I need you to do. And then you gonna make mommy happy, and that's just what it is. What I asked you to do, fucking do it. We'll talk about it later.
It depends on what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you already
had a hard day. Get this out of me. Get this out of me.
So you can make the man feel like the bitch.
Yeah, I don't want
Get
to
this
talk
out
to
of
you
me.
like that.
Get this out of
I'll be
me.
like, man, don't sit
Oh man, let me tell you something. That's not what they saying in the studio. Them things go up. Them things go up. It sounds all of that, but at the end of the day, I am a baddie. And I mean, real shit. I mean, if you on your shit, for real, and I come and I say, make mommy happy, and things start to come in, I might just pop you in your mouth, but we all playing.
Come on. Drake Christian said there's a lot of guys out there that has snowball. Pierce and Donna. Pierce tries to basically, look at you. Look at you.
Thank you for summarizing.
No, because that was like, I'm a slow bitch.
No, I'm saying like that. Basically, you just summed it up versus us going back and forth.
Love it.
Y'all bitches, I hate y'all.
Love it.
Yeah, like
Everybody needs a hug today. All right, so is that the 7 minutes?
We need to fucking give out hugs all across
Is that the 7
board.
minutes?
No, real quick, I want to go back to the snowballing.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell y'all what that.
They know what the
I
fuck it
want to
is.
No, because this bitch just cussed me out earlier. Then you're fucking
I'm not in it.
I'm not in it.
I love you.
Let me say this. She said supposed to be. Here's the thing. Let me say this. We are here for the viewers, right?
Yes.
The viewer has a question. His comment was in reference to
love
snowballing. So I'll break down what snowballing is, and
Here we are.
each person individually says it.
Louise.
So the snowballing is she catch it. It's in her mouth. She take it, spit it in his mouth, and I guess he spit it back or spit it out.
Oh, I heard
Have you
somebody
ever?
did that.
And that's you said it's nasty.
That's nasty.
Booty.
I would never, but I've heard of a story where somebody I know did that with, she was with two guys and then one came in her mouth and then she snowballed in the other.
But they're both gay,
so.
so.
Thanks for telling me that.
They're both
Kenny,
gay.
tell me, what do you think about snowballing?
Your head will stay forever there once it's in your mouth. You will never come up this high.
Don, what do you think about snowballing?
I think that people be lying. I mean, I think that was a term probably created by people that participate in homosexuality, and they brought it over this side. Stop fucking lying.
Yeah,
I'm not entertaining this ridiculous.
I'm not gonna call the viewer ridiculous. That's one thing I won't do, because the viewer could be somebody who has snowballed and they wanted to hear what our point of view is. So
I was talking about snowballing. If you felt like I said you was ridiculous, what's the term?
Wait.
Kill yourself.
There it is. There it is.
But no, the thing is, some people are into that. Now, I get the point of you saying it sounds homosexual. Like,
yeah, it is.
So he might have had his salad tossed in prison.
But when I was in the military, man, I had this debate with some guys.
on Instagram, Rodney P said, Buddha, V, and Donna. Just FYI, that pie have y'all sitting on booster seats.
Zoinks!
No, Rodney Pierce, really, I don't even eat sweet potato pie. I didn't even have any.
No, I did.
But
I don't
I'm
want
a
to
caker. I'm a caker. When Kenny make the chocolate cake, we gonna come in here and Kenny gonna make pies on the Bro Show next week. You doing it on the Bro Show? You want to do it on the morning show?
Okay.
I think we should do it on the
morning. I'll be working.
All right, so we gotta figure out a day where we can come. And not too late.
Now, back to what the fuck we said for you, Swivel.
Sunday, right?
No, y'all bring your ass.
So thanks for jumping in. This has been.
No, y'all don't you
We're
dare.
here. Everything relevant.
Listen, give me just this part. You gotta tell me how they asked you, or how at least it progressed into that. I don't need to know the details of it. I just need a conversation. Like, did they ask you to? Did they request that? Did you be like, yo, I feel like it's a hell of a night. Let's.
Thanks.
So,
did you want to, or can I?
Because I'm great. I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. It's simply just being, go ahead, Donna.
I wanted to say that this has been an amazing show, and that's another topic for another day. Miss V, can you tell them how to? You can't. That's not one sentence. It's not. How can they find you if they wanted to come in and rent the studio? If they needed an engineer, tell them what are you selling? What are you doing?
Right here, Timeless JMX Studios, Instagram. We are Timeless underscore JMX. Facebook is Veronica Malone. YouTube, Straight Talk with Miss V. We are here for all of it. You call, you tell me the slot, you tell me what you want to do. We meet, we hook up, we talk about the bill, and then your show will go live.
She's your big tone cuts. That's it.
Okay.
619 in the physical, 619 South Marlin Avenue. That's Essex, Maryland, 21221.
Now, do they need to make an appointment?
Big tone cuts because your letters are
BIGTONEKUTZ.
Do they need to make an appointment?
They can hit me up. I'm
And
not
not on that funny shit.
This is why that day Donna called me out and told said, telling the business. Somebody just messaged me and was like, all the time, I knew. All the time you knew what? If you had asked me, I'd have told you. I love a thick woman, thick thighs. Whoever watching and just wanted to go over to Facebook and decided the message is not hidden.
There's a lot of people trying to take us off our name.
It's not hidden.
Not today.
This time George said, I'm coming to get a piece. A piece of what? The pie or Donna, your business.
No, she was talking about y'all. All right, so Buddha, where can they find you? And what are you still doing readings? What's the goings on?
Yep, readings. Buddha the Great on Instagram.
Awesome. All right, so last, my man Kenny. First off, you got to tell about the pies and anything else you have going on that could be of service.
Everything on introverted alpha male. I'm a jack of all trades. You just want to talk, you want to pie, well, I do it all.
Chippendale dancer.
I ain't say just one.
You gotta ask.
Look at you.
You would never know unless you ask.
They gonna blow you the fuck up, son. I'm telling you.
You would never know if you didn't ask.
What? All this time, I knew it all this time. Keep on messaging.
Sounds really excited about that, but I'm not here to judge. Okay, so let's talk about what I got going on. All right, so I am smack dab in the middle of my women's womb wellness class. If you still want to jump in, you didn't really miss a lot, so you can actually go to the link in my bio and jump in on my conscious womb wellness class, where like minds sharpen iron. We are all sharpening each other and ascending, because consciousness is collectiveness. All right, so let's talk about waist beads that are for healing. It's nonverbal communication with your womb and your third eye. So pretty much every time you put on waist beads, you are reprobing your subconscious by yourself. You don't even need affirmation, but that will help also. So you can go to the link in my bio and find all of those things. And lastly, if you want to be a part of my nonprofit, you can also click the link in the bio and start to see how you can be a part of the Women's Womb Wellness Movement. And let me just thank everybody, because I'm not gonna say I'm the new. Yeah, go ahead.
What is a head monster?
See, no.
And again, I appreciate everybody
who is supporting us. Miss Veronica, remember, we have already neutralized the ego. We don't gotta go back and forth. We ain't gotta go back and forth.
Well, I need to say thanks.
Thank you.
There you go.
You guys are so X-rated today. So with that being said, I appreciate the
fact
energy.
that you never had sex with me, now you missed out because you was being impolite.
We working on neutralizing the ego. We staying focused and we appreciating y'all. If you think it was fire, make sure you tune into the next show of It's Hearing everything relevant. I appreciate all of y'all and good evening. Good evening.
Oh, wait a minute. The pie, damn it, she was the pie, but the kid is single. Thanks for joining, but we out, y'all. That's for certain people with casual. Anyway, y'all have a great day. We had a good time. We can't even get off here because it's so much. Rodney Pierce said, live your damn life and live it large. Rodney Pierce, I'm living large and healthy. Thank you, everybody. Peace.